Recording is starting. Okay, we're not good yet. Just wait. Turning myself down. Hey, Mike, give me a second because I'm trying to go live on YouTube. It's taking it shut it down. I need to refresh it. So just give me a second. Mike, I'm still setting it up through YouTube, but it shut down my internet. So hold on, not my internet, but my browsing page.
Okay.
I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert in footballs. I'm not an expert in football measurements.
I don't want anyone rubbing them, putting in the air in them, taking the air out. To me, those balls are perfect, and that's what I expect when I throw.
I can't throw it over football. It's so goddamn hard about holding on to it.
We are live.
Oh, say goodbye to September and bring on October. 2024 has been nuts. Another superstar has fallen this past weekend in Rashee Rice. But amidst all the chaos, new stars are emerging. I.e. Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Marvin Harrison. Bottom line, this thing that we all love so much called fantasy football, even though it distresses and hurts, still is so much fun. Stacks. Happy Podcast Monday to you. Where should we start?
Well, thank you for everybody for tuning in. We're unveiling a new platform. I don't want to hate on StreamYard too much, but they're trying to charge you $450 a year to stream a couple of different streams. each week. That's crazy. So we're going OBS, so it might be a little bit different. We've not been able to interact in the chat right this moment, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Right now, it's just the two Sherpas, Mike Cash Collins, Scotty Stack Simpson, and we're really excited to get you into kind of the Week 4 review and then the Week 5 preview and get you into all of the, trades to get paid, elevate, mitigate, eviscerate. We're also going to talk DFS stacks of cash, which is one of our favorite things to do. We'll make a lineup. So, waiver wire, the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's all there. But this week, I lost one of my boys. Pour some out for Reshi Rice, my trades to get paid guy that you needed to get this week. If you got him, not good. Not good. I got him on 3 teams. Pour some out. I'm devastated for him personally. And then it's just discouraging to watch another star. One team, I talked to you on the phone earlier. One team, I've got Reshi Rice, I've got Cooper Kupp, and I've got Devonta Smith. All great picks. I mean, they're all like wide receiver 2s, 1s in there, and they're not playing football for me. It's just like, oh my gosh. And they're not playing football for their teams. They're not playing football for them. They're not making, personal bests, nothing. They're just sidelined. So pour some out for my team. It's not Jover. I'm 4-0, but still, it's not good.
Yeah. I think this year has been a really crazy start in terms of injuries to stars. Same time, a lot of cool different things going on. Jaden Daniels, wow. I mean, just,
wow. Wow.
Dude, I think it was like plus 10,000 or something like that for him to win MVP. I don't know what it is now. That was like a week ago. You should put $1 on it or something, right? Like you could win some. I'm sure it's way different now than it was a week ago. But the odds for him winning MVP were just absurd. I don't know what they're currently at, but if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year and the MVP. Has that ever happened?
I don't know. That would be RG3 on steroids. You know what I mean? Like that would be RJesus, as you once coined back in the day. That would be transmorgification for the DC suburbs and the surrounding areas. You're talking like, playoff run there. I mean, if he's MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's Mahomesian even, So yeah, we might be.
Mahomes is Rookie Year. He's sad. That's what I'm saying.
I just mean like the beginning of the next generation.
The beginning of just a great
the next one.
Epic
career. Next one. We got
the next one.
The next one. It could be.
It's 4 games, so
right. It's a small sample size, but the accuracy, and the ability to react to defenses and just get away from them. Just be like, nah, man, you're not getting me. I'm just going to scroll out and get like 4 yards, 5 yards, dump out. And he's gotten better at not getting hit as well. He's taking less hits. We talked about that week 1 and 2. We were worried. You know what? He doesn't need to take as many hits now. He's handing off to Nichols, who's sneaking through for a little, 4th and 1. They're afraid of him now. And there's Jeremy Nichols dancing for 30 yards down the left side of the field. It just changes the game for the Commanders. So, yeah, it's getting me my excitement here for football. So also shout out Young Wei Koo kicking a 58-yard field goal to win the game, personal best. That got my motor revving too. Things that really don't matter for fantasy unless you have him. I don't have him. I didn't play against him. That kick was just money. So shout out, Mr. Koo.
I can't get off of what's going on with Jaden Daniels though, because the idea. I mean, RG3. He barely won Rookie of the Year versus Andrew Luck.
Right, it's close.
Again, it's 4 games, but if this continues, which the thing that is blowing my mind is every single thing that he is supposed to do week 1 versus week 4, he was great in week 1. He's already so much better. Like you just pointed out, he's already better at sliding. I've never seen a quarterback that was always my big fear with him, is just going back, watching his highlight tapes, is that he looked like he has the same sort of motion and vision as Lamar Jackson, just absurd unicorn. But Lamar never takes hits, or is very good at taking hits. Just understands how to endure and escape contact, and because of that, looks like the only rushing quarterback that's going to have a really long career. Jaden Daniels didn't look like he had that dimension, and already within 4 weeks, it looks like he's got it a little bit. I mean, it's like everything just looks literally perfect for and all the people who got him. When did you get him? The 9th round, the 10th round. I know in the Poor Fantasy Millionaires League, I feel so bad for Belair. He got auto drafted Dak Prescott and was like, I'm going to quit the league. And I had to, talk him into staying. And I was like, dude, you got Dak Prescott in like the 11th round, like steal the draft. Like, no. If I'm him, I'm going to be pissed off the rest of the season that I didn't get the number 1 quarterback in fantasy right now, Jaden Daniels.
Was that the guy he tried to get and didn't get because he got auto?
Yes, that's what pissed him off.
No,
he was like
terrible.
Dude, he was Jaden Daniels to the moon, blah blah blah.
That was his guy. And an auto draft snafu. Yeah. He got sleepered.
And I think it took Ezekiel Elliott for him.
Oh no, that's not great. That's bad. That's bad news bears.
I know.
Yeah. Well, is he quitting still, or is he?
I don't know. I haven't really, got back in touch. I mean, he said he wasn't going to quit. Okay. So, okay.
God bless him. But
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's already topsy turvy. Like I said, I'm 4-0 in that league, in the main league, but I lost my 3 best wide receivers. Except I still have the CeeDee Lamb, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's fantasy football. Yay! Whoop-de freaking do. Good news is we are live on YouTube. I went and checked on the Fantasy Millionaires YouTube. We are fucking live. So if you're there watching, congrats. Appreciate you found us. You found Mike's green screen. You found my place. It's still the same. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to do a little transition. Collins, you might not see anything when I transition, but I'm going to transition the show, and it should change over to a screen share. And this is a new thing here for us, right? As we talk trades to get paid, I'm going to do a little transition, and then on my screen, it looks like we're little, and you're on the bottom, and I'm on the top. And then over here, can you see ESPN, Mike? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I see ESPN.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're better than we were with Bo. Sorry, Bo. We figured out a step in the right direction here on the Fantasy Millionaires. We're OBS streaming. It's free. It's like crowdsourced or like kind of open sourced, and we're learning the ropes as we go. So let's talk a little bit about trades to get paid. If you don't understand trading, you know what I mean? You're not for us. We know the importance of trading. It's hard to get it done in a league. You got to craft the right one. We're not saying make a deal every week, but these are the deals that we would make this week right now if we're trading. So where do you want to start, sir? You are the leader in the clubhouse. I always love your trades, and I always give you run of the board. So go for it.
Okay. We do buy low, buy high, sell low, sell high.
Yes, sir.
You never want to buy high, you never want to sell low, but there are exceptions, and
got to do what you got to do.
Sell low before it gets lower, buy high before it gets higher. But you want to buy low and sell high. Those are the optimal trades that you can make, but all 4 apply. All 4 are relevant in fantasy. We can start buy low. I'm going back to Jaden Daniels, dude. This is, at the beginning of the season, we're all just trying to draft Dolphins because
right.
We want to share that offense. I want a share of the Commanders' offense that's punted once in 3 games, something absurd like that. I want Awesome Eckler.
Ooh, I awesome think Eckler. He's out right now. What a good buy low.
I think he's a great buy low because it's the Brian Robinson show. I remember in our the BFFs league, we were joning on Vince because he took Austin Eckler over Brian Robinson, and we were like, "What are you doing, dude? Like,
what were you
it's Brian
doing, dude?
Robinson's team. Like that's a mistake." Well, regardless, both are going to eat. This is the new like the whole in one quarter of fantasy football. Everything is different and everything has changed. And the Dolphins are now the Washington Commanders. Put your left hand up or whatever they're saying right now.
Right.
Awesome Eckler, I think, is a great buy low right now, coming off the concussion, and because of Brian Robinson, I think you try and get a piece of that offense right there. And I think you saw McNichols get 2 touchdowns this past weekend. And Austin hasn't really been bad. Like, it's not like it's a bad buy low. He's performed great, and it just looks like it's going to get better and better.
Yeah. No, I like that call a lot. And you can see the increase in points, 11, 13, 16, got a touchdown. Dude is hard to tackle. Not under 4.8 yards per carry, 4.8, 11.7. Picking up the receptions, too, bounced around for 50, 47. So I like those calls. I don't want to like jump into my guy too soon, but there's going to be a connection to your guy when we get to my guy for my buy high. So just with that being said, my buy low is in the wide receiver family, and you know what? You and I were getting all hot and bothered yesterday on the phone when you told me what he just did when he caught a huge bomb from Deshaun Watson. But lo and behold, they called it back, right? They did not count. So Amari Cooper did not really end the day with a positive fantasy output. He sucked. It's a nice way to put it, and he has sucked. He's got one good game really under his belt so far. 3. What? 3.6, 4.1, and then now after the good game, he's got 7.5. Now, I think that's a buy low candidate if I ever saw one. He's also going up against the Commanders this week, so he's probably going to be more valuable after he does better against the Commanders. So just be aware of that. Understand that could happen too. So if you're trying to get your Amari Cooper, I'd get him now. You take that touchdown, put it back on the board. That's like 14, 15 points, right? So you're looking at a 22-point game, back-to-back 20-point games. That's pretty sick. He was wide ass open. I still believe in him. I think Deshaun Watson isn't great, but you know what? The person who has him he's on the bench, right? So you can just talk to him about a little bench play. So I think he will do better. I think he will, and I'm trying to sneakily snag him this week. So that's my thought. Are you co-signing or are you going? No, thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a big Amari Cooper guy, and I think it's just it's kind of a combination of different things. Flukiness, had that one bad drop, but still took one to the house. That was a pretty kind of weak penalty that they called.
Yeah, ridiculous.
That prevented him from having a nice spicy day. That was like a 10, 15 point play right there.
Yeah,
so
ridiculous.
So I here's the other thing that's intriguing. I don't know if you paid attention, but there's already rumors that the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to get him.
Oh, I did not hear. I've been working the grindstone, getting compliments from my principal today, so I did not pick that up. That would be unbelievable. There you go. Look at that. I'm getting my TV's shaking. My monitor's out of control, man. I might bring down the house. This is you're putting me on the fire tips, man. I love this. What a great show already.
They're swirling. They're swirling. We'll see.
I'll take all the swirl.
Yeah, but they are right now actively trying to get another, as good as they can get wide receiver, because their number one now is Xavier Worthy, who, is got his own skill set and talent,
but he's a little. He's a lollipop kid. He's a lollipop gang. The lollipop gang. The lollipop gang. That's my guy.
A tall gust of wind can tackle that guy.
Let me just be honest with you. I could, if cornered against the sideline, right, I could hit that guy. I'm 185. I'm 45. I could hit him. I would hit him, and he would go down. Right? If I could hit him, if I could touch him, he would jump through me. But like, if I could get my hands on him, he wouldn't like it. He's a little one. So that's just what they are. God bless him.
Yeah, I mean that team is struggling. So they are actively in the market, and Amari Cooper fits everything. And the Browns already starting out the way they are. There's a good possibility. because I mean the Chiefs, if they could get Amari Cooper, they're kind of like right back in the mix,
100%. And that guy, he's like Rishi Rice on steroids. Like, he's a hard motherfucker to tackle. He's super fast. He knows his routes. He knows his angles. I mean, with Patrick Mahomes, that'd be the best QB he ever played with in his life. He would just be through the roof, top 15 wide receiver the rest of the season. So please make it happen, fantasy gods. Whew, yeah, I've got him in a few leagues, so I'm trying to trade for him. All right, what about your buy high? Let's buy high. Let's get high, man. Let's get high as shit.
So, I'm going, this is kind of I don't know if everyone's going to feel me on this one, because maybe it sounds like you're buying too high, but I like the opportunity right now on a crazy buy high, number 4 quarterback in the league, Sam Darnold.
A QB buy high. That is a new one. I like it.
QB buy high. Here's the thing. Okay, he's got the Jets coming up, right? He's got a bye week after that, and his name is still Sam Darnold.
He didn't change his name this week. That was a big mistake. I knew it. He should. Yeah, he's still Sam Darnold, but he's got back-to-back 29, 32. He's averaging 30 points in the last 3 games.
Bro, here's the thing. It's interesting. We do this podcast every Monday. We take it serious. When fantasy football season starts, I'm consuming a lot of fantasy content. I'm paying attention to different people. And the opinion on Darnold still is, like
below market value. It's trash.
It's just, he's going to come back down to earth, right? So this is why I'm saying buy high, is because this is my point. I don't think he comes back down to earth. I think if you look, dude, the Niners, the Texans, and the Packers are all playoff teams from last year. These are all great teams. That Packers game, he had all those points in like the first 2 quarters, and then they just took their foot off the gas because the game was over, and then the Packers were able to battle back.
I mean, Detroit gives up a hell of a lot of yards. The Rams do. Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Arizona.
Juicy.
Yeah, Chicago's a bit of they got a good DBs, but still, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, good DBs that are going to D up Justin Jefferson. Are they going to D up Justin Jefferson?
No. I like it.
No one is.
No, that's a good call. I'm not a trading for QB
and he gets Hockenstock Monster back.
Oh yeah, Hockenstock's back. He's gonna come back after Halloween.
Hockenstock is like 4 games out.
I like it. It's getting me all revved up for Sam Darnold. By the way, I want a victory lap because I love fantasy receipts. I know people hate them, whatever, and they do pick on people, whatever. I talked to Denny, and he said that he tried to defend Luke Sawhook, and then Luke Sawhook and the fantasy receipts guy DM'd him together, like, no, we're in on this together, man. We love fucking up Luke, and Luke's like, I like taking it, and he's like, fuck you both. So, I think that's hilarious. But with that being said, they called out one of the guys I follow, this guy named like Jacob Rickenbach or Jacob Rick something, I don't know. He's Rick today because he was just making a bad call about Sam Darnold. He said basically Sam Darnold is going to take Justin Jefferson and make him not a top wide receiver anymore and top 5 wide receiver. I said, if you listen to me back in August, the very first show of the season, I was adamant about this. I said he's a professional quarterback. He will do fine. He will be. I said I liked him better than Jamar Jefferson, and right now how's he doing? Is he above Jamar Jefferson? I'm not sure, but he's doing well. He's got like 3 touchdowns, so I don't think you worry about Justin Jefferson anymore. And I think this year that's a great call. So I want to just co-sign on the end of your trade and just say I've been saying not to worry. Now we're changing the not to worry to get the guy. This is the guy, So I'm co-signing that with you too. I like your call. How the winds of the world have changed. Let's just say what it is. But okay, my guy, pivot off your guy, is B-Rob. It's B-Rob, right? It's Brian Robinson. I want a share of this offense too, and you got to buy high, right? You got to buy high on this one. It's not a buy low. Your guy Eckler, buy low. He's hurt. He's coming off a concussion, But Brian Robinson's a buy high. You got to buy him high. He's doing well. He's getting the touches. this offense in the red zone, I mean, he's got 200-yard games already. He's got 3 touchdowns. He's not getting any of the receptions. That's fine, but he's gonna eat. He's got double digits. His lowest is 12. So I really like him the rest of the season. I think you get him. He's a top 12 back. He's going to finish the season in a great offense. And if something happens to Jane Daniels, whatever. But if anything happens to anybody, whatever. So I think this is the guy you go out and get. And I'm guessing you like it since you like this offense. And we're kind of getting up here now. We're seeing a trend in the beginning of the season, and we're trying to ride it.
Yeah, I'll say this. The only thing, and this is what it's kind of hard to pick stuff, and so I don't want to poo-poo your pick because I agree with everything you just said. Just minus the fact he's already 8, right? So he's already a top 10 RB. So it's going to be hard to trade for him. That's
for sure. You're going to have to make a power move when Eckler comes back as well, probably. After Eckler has a good little game, you're going to have to, still going to have to buy high, So
no, but I hear you. And look, we can. I don't really have anything more to add than that because I love the offense, and we could go to sell low because there is a plethora of stars.
Oh yeah,
I don't have
so many.
There is a plethora of stars that you can sell low on right now to potentially create a package for B Rob. Where are you? Okay, I'd already done Rashad White as a sell low, okay, or sell high. I forget, but I've already been saying Bucky Irving's going to be a thing. I don't have. I guess Rashad White is my sell low. I don't have a solo. I have all of these guys, and then you can throw in your guy, and we can pick who the solo is. Mm-hmm. Here, Mark Andrews. I don't even think you can sell him.
No, he's not even soldable. He's droppable. He's in my eviscerate category today.
He's in my eviscerate section.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews, Patrick Mahomes, Rashad White, Breece Hall to me is a sell low.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne is a sell low, and Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson's my guy.
Those are all. Is that your guy?
Yeah, Garrett Wilson's my guy. I went back and forth between him and Breece Hall because they're big names, are first rounds, and but man, Aaron Rodgers' body language was so bad. I saw a meme or a tweet or whatever. It was like the exact moment he became a Jet. Right, it just showed him on the sideline, just getting all the upsetness. Takes off the thing, puts on the hat, covers his face, and dude, it resonated. The next meme was Bill Burr being like, "I bet on the Jets," and then you got Pete Davidson like, "You never bet on the Jets." It's like, this is different this time. It's like, no, you got sucked into the fucking Jets, Aaron Rodgers. Do you not know you're in a vortex of the fucking? It's bigger than you. So yeah, I think you shed weight on the Jets. That's a good call right now. Until they're gonna get beat up in London. He's gonna be a tea and crumpets. He's gonna be eating for breakfast over there. So. Yeah, I think the Jets are a wholesale, this week at least, a fire sale for me. I agree with you. I think ETN's got better days, by the way. I think ETN's got better days.
ETN's got better days.
Yeah, I do.
I just wanted to throw him in there because it's worth discussing and thinking about. I don't want to sell. So I agree with you. I guess. What about Mahomes?
Yeah, you got it, dude. If you've got Jaden Daniels or somebody else, and you've got Mahomes floating around, you gotta just gotta jettison that, man. Like, he's got no weapons. Travis Kelce. Listen, if I fell deep into Taylor Swift's whatever, I'd be a different man too. I would not be the edge. Listen, I got married and the edge was gone to go play in the Turkey Bowl, right? And so, like, dude, you lose your edge. You're 35. Your brother retired. Like, whatever. I get it. Just, it's cool. You're the best. It's over, baby.
But Kelce, look,
he's fine. He's fine. He's gonna be better the rest of the year now. But
no, Kelce losing Rashee Rice
elevates
Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, it elevates Kelce. I know.
There's a reason why he hasn't been doing well, and the reason why is Rashee Rice. Like that, he's the low depth of target guy, and why throw it to a guy that is 35 when you can throw it to somebody who's just got roller skates on their feet and
Right. Can just zip out of there. So
yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, with Mahomes, it's like goes back to the Sam Darnold thing. Like nobody believes in Sam Darnold yet. Everybody believes in Patrick Mahomes, right? So it's like I feel like Mahomes, Garrett Wilson. I think those are the two probably strong. Like like to me, Mahomes is probably the one I'd say. I guess I'd want to sell most. The thing with Garrett Wilson, though, I don't know. It's close. I do not like what's going on with him and Aaron Rodgers either. There's a bad vibe going on, like you said. The whole Jets thing. He assaulted his coach. When his coach was trying to give him a hug.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things I've ever seen in my life.
That was just wild.
That was crazy.
That was wild. And he doesn't look like him and Garrett Wilson. Like I remember in preseason, they were like fighting all the time. And I was like, it's just football. It's like, no, Aaron Rodgers is like, he doesn't even like his own family. Like I don't think he's very good at forgiveness. Like it doesn't look like Garrett Wilson is in line. Like he's going to have a big game. Like,
yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel that.
But first look, Alan Lazard, my homeboy, every time, dude.
Yeah.
And then you got Mike Williams too. Mike Williams in there too. So it's just, I don't know. I just don't think Garrett Wilson. He's a bust for a first round pick.
Yeah, it's 2 years in a row too. It's not good. I'm not a fan of that. I think you got to sell. You just gotta. Yeah. You got to get out from under that. Did you see the transition change now that we're back big screen? Can you tell or no?
Yep.
Okay. Now watch. Now I can go back to it. Isn't that cool? I can go back to now we're back to the screen. Yeah. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Okay. Yeah. Now we're back. Okay. This is just fun. I can play around. And just do some things back here I couldn't do before in the StreamYard. So okay. All right. So now that we're back and we're here, let's talk about your sell high. Sell high. Sorry, I'm getting back. Yeah. Who are you selling on the high side of society?
I'll tell you what. I struggled to pick a good sell high this week, but who I settled on is Chuba Hubbard.
That's mine as well, and I think you sell him specifically to the Jonathan Brooks rosterer, and you say, look, if you don't get this guy and your guy has any problems, you fucked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you've got that, or you dangle him to other people, right, that are competing with the Jonathan Brooks owner as well, and you just let them. You create a little bidding war, like Ruxin would want. I'm with you. That was my guy too. So.
Yeah.
Why do you like the Chuba Hubbard sell high now too? Just because Brooks is coming back, hopefully.
Well, it was interesting. They're saying I don't think he's coming back this week. I thought I read something today that they didn't open the practice window yet. So
yep.
I think that's another reason why you could sell high. I think it's Chuba Hubbard for another week. And the thing is that he is performing so well, they don't need to rush Jonathan Brooks back. So, so I think it's a good time because he's just killing it.
Yeah.
Right. But the other thing is too that's interesting, and this is where I ultimately landed on the decision was not that it's a big threat, but you are seeing a little more Miles Sanders getting in there too. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't think their talent level is that different, right? So it's like at any point, if Miles Sanders breaks out, then that puts Chuba Hubbard at risk as well. You know what I mean? Like it's not like this is Breece Hall dealing with Braylon Allen or something like that, or Travis Etienne dealing with Tank Bigsby. Like, no, this is Chuba Hubbard dealing with Miles Sanders. Like, this is the best Chuba Hubbard has ever played. So,
yeah, it is. He's got back-to-back 100-yard games, 6.4, 5.4, 5.8. Finally picked up a touchdown, too. Hadn't had a touchdown yet. Still got a receiving touchdown, but not a rushing one. 32, 25, Bears are better defense, rushing wise at least. They're they're not the best against the rush, but they're better overall than Cincinnati and Vegas are. So, but yeah, I think it's a good time to sell high. I'm with you. I like it. All right, that's trades to get paid, folks. Get paid, get trade, all that stuff, and yeah, I like it. All right, next up is our favorite, The Wire. Before do we do The Wire or Elevate Mitigated Miss Rate? What's our next one? What are we doing?
The Wire.
The Wire. I thought so. Okay. All right. Let's talk QB. Who you snagging and grabbing? There's still guys we've been talking about are still available, which is just so wild. Like Sam Darnold, 43% available or rostered. Like that's not even 50%. What are you people doing?
Blow all your fab, bro.
Yeah. What the hell,
Go
bro?
get Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Sam Darnold.
We're telling you to trade for him. Meanwhile, just go pick him up. He's probably free. He's 43.6. Right. We're not making this shit up. He's available, folks. Right? He's like a hot girl. Nobody wants to date him. He's had a couple rough relationships. There people have been like, this guy gets around. It's because all the relationships had shitty people. He was fine. We figured it out. He needed a quarterback coach. He got one. Kevin O'Connell is just turning him into just roses. What a great career turnaround. Like, he's the new Geno Smith this year. And he's younger. He's younger than all of them. He's like 25 years old or something like that. Or maybe 24. Like, he's real young still. It's like crazy. So, I think this is a diamond in the rough if you can get him at 43% rostered. He went up 27% last week. Means he was only 16% fucking rostered. So, yeah. I'm with you on that one. Who else? Who else we getting?
Justin Fields, right? Sam Darnold is number 4 in the league. Justin Fields, after this last weekend, is number 8 in the BFFs.
Yeah.
I mean,
34% rostered. 34%.
Yeah, he's out there. And the Red Rocket is like 9% owned, right? He's out there too.
9% for Andy. And then listen, Joe Flacco, 0.002% owned. You can get Joe Flacco. If all those guys are taken, Flacco might be backo. So,
yeah, I wonder how long, but if you need to stream, there are some buys. The buys are starting. Flacco, I'm so excited. I hope Flacco's in there for a few games. Like, I'm so excited to see Joe do it again.
I love it. And one of my friends, Lindsay OK on Twitter, is just obsessed with Joe Flacco. So I see him hugging Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger's watching the game in the stands. Joe Flacco's still playing. Comes over, gives him a hug. Pat McAfee joins in because he's got to show himself off and his muscles and everything. So, but it was cool. It was cool to see a couple of old guys, kicking it.
Yep. I'm a huge fan.
Running back wise, you mentioned his name earlier. You'd be really disappointed in folks in fantasy football columns when I show you this next stat because you've been talking Bucky Irvin. We talked about trading for Bucky Irvin. We saw him get more touches. It's not popping up here. Bucky, oh man, ESPN, what are you doing to me? I'll tell you, Bucky is 51% rostered. I have that data as truth as it be told. 51. That's not good. 50% of leagues, you're stupid. You're missing it. Let's see if we can get a little refresh here and see if it pops Bucky up. But what do you have to say about that, Mike? You disappointed in folk?
If you can get him, get him. I don't see him in any of the 9 leagues I'm in.
Neither.
So,
he's drafted in every league.
Right. He in 10-man leagues, he might be out there, but yeah, get him. Alexander Madison, it's definitely he turned into bye Zamir White. Alexander Madison, it's his show now. He's 30% owned. How about Justice Hill is 9% owned?
Yeah,
right?
That's
insane.
It doesn't make sense.
Justice Hill is running back 28 right now. Like, you have a super strong flex, and I mean the way that offense is running, it's just they're going to have him be the third down guy, and he is going to catch passes, and he looks fantastic. Like, I don't know what's going to happen if and when Keaton Mitchell comes back, because that guy was electric. But Justice Hill just looks so good right now.
Yeah, he does. It's not popping up for some reason.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the one I'm most excited about out of all of these guys. Maybe minus Justice Hill. How about old man Kareem? Kareem, I'ma hunt you down. Kareem Hunt came in and played and looked good on the field.
Yeah,
looks like he's going to be the RB1 on that team.
Only 21% rostered as well. So,
right,
you know, I mean,
looked good.
Yeah.
Looked good it's crazy, but everyone acts like he was like garbage over the last few years. He had 8 or 9 touchdowns last year or something like that. Let me look up. You talk. I'll look up Kareem Hunt stats. He's surprisingly continued to play well in the twilight of his career. I mean, and last year he was on the Browns doing this. So, for him to be on the Chiefs and the Chiefs set up to run the ball, 9 TDs last year. He had 9 TDs last year. So, everyone acts like he's just washed.
Yeah.
But he didn't look washed to me when he was on the field this past weekend. He looked like he was just ready to get another opportunity, and he's back home.
Yeah, finally, man. One of the saddest stories ever was after they won the first Super Bowl, he got pulled over. I think he was high, smelled like cannabis, and the police officer was like, man, what's going on? He's just like, man, my whole team just won the Super Bowl, man. And he's just crying on the side of the road. It just broke my heart because he should have been there. And, maybe this will be the thing that helps, get them kind of back on track. He's 5 yards per carry, 4.9 off the street, right? I mean, not playing anything, 14 for 69. I'm sure he can, improve on that too until, Pacheco gets back. So I like it. He was somebody I wrote down that you should try to snag as well. So, and then, lo and behold, Tyler Algier is 42% rostered, and I saw Denny Carter tweet it out, which means it's true. He said, "I don't make the rules." He said, "Tyler Algier better than Bijan Robinson." So if he said it, it's true. So you better go get him. All those leagues, go get Tyler Algier quick.
Yeah, you got to be so discouraged that you can't even blame Arthur Smith right now for the Bijan usage. No. It's just wild.
Nope. You can't do the blame game. So, wide receivers, where are you hunting? Kareem Hunt, good. There's somebody who I think is the pickup of the week if he's available, because he's available in 90% of leagues, and I think he's worth.
Say Dontavian Wicks.
You know the fuck I am, man. That's my replacement for Rashee Rice. If you do not have Dontavian Wicks, go get him. Go get him. Christian Watson died on the field on Sunday, just like he likes to. And that means it's Dontavian Wicks season, folks. And Tucker Kraft, too. But we'll get there at tight ends in a second. But
you know what? There's another running back, too, because so Christian Watson had a high ankle sprain. Jonathan Taylor had a high ankle sprain, too. So
yeah, that's true.
Trey Sermon's
alive.
As well.
He lives. Yeah, I saw that. He was bouncing around, bouncing it outside. Yeah, he wrecked some DB who definitely was 195, and he's 220. So he just, elbow fucked him right in the face. Boom. I was like, oh, man. So, yeah, don't forget him.
Poor Christian Watson, though, dude.
I know. I saw the picture, and they're just like, your ankle's not supposed to bend that way. I was like, nope. It is not.
I thought it wasn't his knee.
I know.
He'll be back. I drafted him in
every league. Except the league I stole him from, Ian. Tip of the cap to me. Brainiac, move there.
I feel so sorry for the dude. Beefs it up, gets ready to injury-proof his body. Of course, none of the wide receivers did good while Jordan Love is gone. Jordan Love comes back and throws an ill-advised pass and ruins poor Christian Watson.
Right.
But yeah, while Dontavian Wicks,
2 touchdowns
was already his understudy and was fighting for reps in the Watson role.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have to fight for those reps.
No, now he gets all those reps. So I'm so glad I dropped him years ago after I drafted him in every league, and I don't have him anywhere. So another one of those Randall fucking Cobb situations reimagined. It's just new guy, Dontavian Wicks. So I would go get him. I would go get him. And then also somebody in the same category, Josh Downs is 8.8%. And if you can't get Wicks, get Downs, because with Joe Flacco, Flacco digs the deep ball, like the chicks do. He likes chicks, So I would definitely, Josh Downs is somebody who I think he's going to have more of a role. He's been hurt. He's coming off of, not really being the man. And I think, Michael Pittman has not been the man. Anyway, this year he's kind of underperformed. So Josh Downs primed to kind of get some deep shots, and A.D. Mitchell too. But I like this guy a little bit more myself personally at this time. I think he will have.
Who's still out there too is Wan'Dale Robinson at 27%.
Yes, I have Wan'Dale next. Yeah,
he's 20th.
Yeah, he got 18 points last week. Yep. I mean, your boy Alan Lazard, first look, is 40% rostered. He's 60% available, So there's some guys. Wide receivers deep. Xavier Legette, he's 25% rostered, so you got 75% availability there, too. So there's some guys.
Yeah, he looks like a good one,
Yeah,
too,
he does. Particularly,
sure.
With no Thielen. And they got to throw the ball around. Andy Dalton likes to chuck it and fuck it, like we say. And, Deontay Johnson, I saw some victory lapping when he sucked. I need to see some more victory lapping from like JB Nose and Bruni after, they got fantasy receded. Now they got to come back and be like, Deontay my Johnson, motherfucker. So, but anyway, yeah, Xavier Legette, get him too. Lazard, Wan'Dale, those are some guys. Tight ends, unless you have any other more wide receivers. Nope. Okay. Tucker Kraft.
That's it?
Tucker Kraft.
That's all I got.
Yeah, and Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill got hurt. He might. I don't know how long he's gonna be hurt for, but that guy's still somebody who should be on a roster every week. He's like the best tight end possible, or don't even play him. He gets nothing. So, yeah. And then defenses. Man, it's tough on this week. It's a bye week. We got a bunch of teams on bye. They're not playing this week, so defenses are tricky. I didn't really have a pickup. Maybe the Packers. I don't know.
Dude, how about the Broncos?
Yes,
right?
the Broncos. That's definitely who you should go
That's
get.
a great defense, dude. Like they're number 4 in our defensive scoring system, dude. They're 5% rostered. Like I think the Jets are bomb. Like I think Aaron Rodgers. I think that team is a problem, and they shut them down. Like,
Yeah, they did.
They are a good defense. They beat them. They won.
Yes, they did. They did. They beat 9-10, 10-9. Yeah. Well, the Broncos. It's not loading. That's why I'm not using this anymore. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the Broncos are a good get. I'm not sure what they're rostered though, because ESPN doesn't. All of a sudden, pop-ups are not allowed. Can I get a revote on that? Can I? Ad blocker. Okay, you're blocking me. Okay, ad blocker's just fucking with me here. So sorry, kids. I don't even know what to do over here. I'm gonna hold on. Let me see if I can pause on this site. Okay, see if I can pause.
5%. So
Yeah, ad blocker getting me. Well, okay, I believe you. I'm not gonna say you're lying to me. I definitely think, yeah, go get him. So okay,
5%. I mean, nobody has them. That's
okay.
That's what's wild.
Okay. All right. Elevate, mitigate, eviscerate. I'll let you start off. Elevate. Where are we going to be elevating in quarterbacks this week?
You know what game I think most excited about this coming week is the Vikings versus the Jets. I think that this is going to be a really fun game. I think it's going to be a good game. As good as the Vikings defense is, they do give up a lot of air yards, and couple that with they score a lot of points. I don't think the Jets D is going to be able to shut down the Vikings. Like maybe it's not going to be a 55 over under with Vegas, but both of these teams are capable of scoring points. So I think it's going to be a really good game. So I like Aaron Rodgers versus the Vikings this week. I think coming off that loss, I think that this is they have to, they have to do everything in their power to win this game. That was just a brutal way to lose that game with Zerline missing that kick at the end.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I like Aaron Rodgers. I like that Mike Williams is healthy. Even though we said Garrett Wilson, as a sell low, I mean, maybe this is a game where he just goes bananas. Alan Lazard looks like he's set to go bananas every week with his best friend Aaron Rodgers. I could see Breece Hall getting right in this game with some PPR work. So I like Aaron Rodgers this week versus the Vikings.
Yeah, I like your call. My feeling on this game is make or break, right? Like you got to do something, or it's over, baby. It just the Bills look good. So, my guy this week is Jordan Love. Now here's the thing: you got Jordan Love, but last week he was coming off an injury. He was questionable. You maybe weren't sure about starting him, and then after the first half, didn't look like you should have started him, right? You were like, fuck, I started Jordan Love. He didn't do anything in the first half. Second half, finally got it together, came back. I think that is more indicative of what he's going to do. I like his matchup this week. I think he does bounce back. Oh. I think he's going to just, he's playing against the Rams, right? So the Rams are the get-right Rams. You play everybody against the Rams. I mean, you play Tucker Kraft, you play Dontavian Wicks, you play Jaden Reed, you play everybody. Play them all. You know what I mean? So, no-brainer almost here, but just don't overthink it. Jordan Love to the moon. I just think he's just locked and loaded. We didn't bring him back last week. We kind of didn't know if he's going to play or not. He's back. He's going to go the rest of the year. I'm not saying he's matchup proof, but I think their defense isn't the best ever. But I think they'll throw the ball around a little bit here. I think Jordan Love wants to get it in, if you know what I mean. So I'm Jordan Love.
100%, 100%. I mean, this is a lock and load. I mean, I think Jordan Love is going to finish, top 4, top 3 in QB this season. I mean, I really think he's gonna have these 4 TD games on the regular, and this will be one of them. I bet you.
Yeah, no, I like that call, the 4 TD call. Now you just got to get those, the bets into DK, build that parlay, see what you can do. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, all right. Mm-hmm. My elevate was going to be Joe Mixon versus the Bills. I don't know if he's going to play. He was out this past week. I don't really like Cam Akers, so just look and see if Joe Mixon plays. The Bills, oh, man, Derrick Henry is still running for touchdowns on them. They give up 271 yards. So I know that the Texans are not the Ravens, but the Bills are really susceptible to the rush. So that's something just to watch for. If Cam Akers does make the start, he's fine. I don't really love him. He's not a straight-ahead runner. I think Joe Mixon, if you give Joe Mixon a hole, he's just going to barrel through it. He's going to go, and he's going to power over you too. So he's got a little bit of Derrick Henry in him. So I like that if Joe Mixon plays, if he's going to go, and he's good to go on the Sunday, put him in against the Bills. So that's my play.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, I mean, Bills are giving up a lot of points to fantasy running backs now. Got to take into account Derrick Henry's last game, so that's part of the stats on that. But yeah, Mixon, I think lock and load. I have more a controversial one that as we try and do on Elevate Mitigate Us, right? One that I don't think you'll like, but I like what happened this past weekend with DeAndre Swift. I did actually start him in some leagues and sat him in one. I think you can reload. I don't think it was a fluke.
Concur. I agree.
The Panthers are a good matchup. And the main thing that's exciting, Caleb Williams is taking steps forward. He's also not. You see different things that you're just like, oh, if he can just hit DJ Moore on that one route, boom, that just changes everything. He's just overthrowing people. But in some of the shorter underneath work, a la Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift had, I think, 7 receptions in that game, something like that. Like,
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he's
like
13 to
that's
16.
what we were all hoping.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut
What's
you off.
that?
So he's 13 to 16 this year, 118 yards. You know,
Right. Well, like he had like 64 of those in the last game.
right?
So
right. But I like that
I
percentage.
Yeah, well, I think that this is what we were all kind of see. The thing is with him is that line is garbage, and you can give Caleb Williams some of the, take some of the blame off of his performance thus far, and I don't think it's a Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud situation with Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams.
It's fun to say that and bother people on Twitter though. They get all hurt in the perts about it.
Listen, that I've kind of I've been discouraged. I drafted DeAndre Swift. He was in the RB dead zone, and I was like, you know what? I think Caleb Williams is going to be good, and they're going to be able to do some things and move the ball, and they'll use him in PPR settings. Well, they finally did it this last game, so I think the Panthers set up well for that matchup. So I'm going DeAndre Swift versus the Panthers.
I love that call. Actually, I was thinking about him this week and how he's not mitigatable anymore. He was mitigatable for the first couple weeks, and now he is very relatable and elevatable, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, I like your call. Mine is the aforementioned Amari Cooper. I already talked about him, right? And, it's just, it's not great. It's not great, particularly, with Deshaun Watson not. Oh, no. He just doesn't have command of the offense. It looks like every single time he drops back, he doesn't know what he's going to do. And he's got, bad decision-making skills. But I still think against the Commanders, I still think he gets it done. And so if you've been, getting your soul sucked out here by Amari Cooper, I think you play him against the Commanders. They're not good against wide receivers. Let me see if I can open up a premium window here on my premium windows tab and go down to points per game for fantasy. I'm pretty sure the Commanders, even though they played better this last week, they're still not very good, particularly in the area of points given up to wide receivers.
They give up the most points.
Oh, they give
points.
up. Oh, well, that's not good. Never seen that before. What in God's name is that? Holy hell! I'm like bringing in the code. I hope that's not like that's
the Matrix just popped up.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, I just went to this wide receivers, and then the craziest shit. There you go. Okay, wide receivers is not working, so we will jettison that. That's NFL's product there. So we're moving away from that. That was
the Commanders are the listen. I think it's amazing what the Commanders are doing. If you look at that defense, okay, Dan Quinn, I think should be in line. If the Commanders end up finishing well, I think Dan Quinn's going to have to be in line for Coach of the Year.
Possibly.
Because that defense is hot trash.
Yes, it is.
There's 2 good players on that team, Deron Payne and Allen, and that's it. Every single Jamin Davis is playing okay. They're not good. Their linebackers suck. Their secondary sucks. They're hot trash. I think Jaden Daniels is just making he's elevating the whole team, including the defense, along with Dan Quinn. But Amari Cooper should eat this week. I double stamp it.
Double stampies, no erases, And I love PFF, and the cool thing about PFF is you can go in to each of the teams and you can be like, okay, who are they actually going to be going up against this week? And you can go look at the teams. And so if we go in here to the Commanders team and you check out who their CBBBs are, their cornerbacks, and I really like it when you look at their lineup. The lineup gives you the meat and potatoes. You can go check out their rankings, right? And so you can come down here. St. Juice, 80th out of 95. That's not good. I love that. That hits me in the feels. And then look over here. Oh, I got to move my head all the way over this way. 87th. Holy shit! There. That's not good either. So that's a feast for Amari Cooper. And even safety wise, we've got 44th Martin, and then Chin is 37. I mean, that's fine, and that sounds like a feast to me. And even your linebackers, Fowler's 93rd. So Bobby Wagner, of course, he's a beast, but Bobby Wagner is not going to cover Amari Cooper. So I'm not worried about it at all. And if that's a matchup, then
Right.
it's Amari Cooper to the moon because he's way better than, I saw Bobby Wagner get stiff-armed in the very first game of the season and got put down like a pony that had broken its leg. So I'm not buying on the Bobby at this moment. So, yeah, I feel the whole thing. All right, what about you? You got a wide receiver you're elevating?
Yes, I'm going with Brian Thomas versus the Colts.
I like that.
I like the matchup this week with the Colts. The Jags have been just off, and everything is off. But Brian Thomas continues to take steps forward, and this is also not quite as juicy as the Commanders, but it's a juicy matchup for the Jags. And his progression so far this year is what you want to see out of a rookie wide receiver that's not to the moon like Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison. He is giving all the people that drafted him a lot of encouraging signs, and he's elevate or mitigate week to week. This is an elevate week.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I like he's out of his snaps, he's still getting a little bit of the slot. So if he gets a little bit of a slot and he's running up against a linebacker, and that's not bad at 6'4" either. So he's a little mismatch all around. He's got a couple touchdowns this year too. He's been their best wide receiver. He ranks ahead of everybody else. He's the 30th ranked PFF wide receiver. I like it. And he was a wide receiver 2 theory candidate, wrote this guy up. So, this is something that you guys out there have the potential next year to be informed of beforehand. You are aware of this friend. You knew about him. You've been all over him. So, but friends who maybe not, rookies are here to stay. They're ready. They're NFL ready. A lot of them are. You just got to figure out which ones are. And, you look at the role, and Keon Coleman, not as much. Brian Thomas Jr., ding. So yeah, I like it. My guy Tucker Kraft over there at the tight end position, you got to get all crafty, and it's going to be Tucker for me. He's got the touchdown last week, but besides that, he's got the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, that's what matters. He's got his quarterback back, and that changes the whole offense. It gives everybody, they're all live now. Maybe before they weren't. So. And Kraft hadn't done anything yet, but that was a nice little showing, that little move on the end line, too, getting to the end zone. Got a little bit of nimble in him. Not going to lie, I thought nimble with numbers right there, baby.
Yeah, man, I want a piece of the Packers offense. Just same way I want Commanders, and good matchup. I think this week is should be a fun game. I think the Packers, they murder the Rams this week. So
yeah, I think it's a bloodbath, as the kids say. I
think so as well.
Tight end, if the matrix holds up, if it doesn't explode on us when we try to go to tight end, let's see. Okay, good, it did not. Los Angeles ranks 25th overall against tight end, so that's nice. You want that. And, they just haven't been good this year. They're not good. They're bad. There's a reason Aaron Darnold decided to not play for them anymore, to retire and to make commercials. He's a smart guy. He knew. The writing was on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the right above Cole Kmet versus the Panthers defense. Again, going back to the Caleb Williams short pass plays. They've been on the rise, and they've been working. Cole Kmet is tight end 4 right now, so it's a good matchup.
Yeah, that's wild. I like it too. If you look at Carolina, they're right here too. They're right above Los Angeles. They're in the suck zone city too, 27th. So, nice. Defenses. Who you elevating for defense here?
Broncos versus the Raiders.
I love that call. Yeah, that's my call too. I thought you were going to go there. The Broncos. Put them in. If also, you know what? I would go Saints versus Kansas City, by the way, if you want a pick that might be a little bit off the rails. You got no Rishi Rice, you know what I mean? You got old man Kelsey. Dude, I think there's an opportunity there for the Saints D. Pin their ears back and take Mahomes down. So, if you can get the Saints, or the Packers versus the Rams too, I think that's like you said, a bloodbath. So, either one of those, good calls. Okay, what about your mitigations? QB, who you mitigating?
Dude, how about? I wonder how many times I'm going to say it this year. How about Patrick Mahomes versus the Saints?
Oh, yeah, that was mine too. There, you've nailed mine.
Really?
Yeah. You thought it was a Sam Darnold fade. I don't think he is a top 5 or 6 QB this week, but I still like to play him. Patrick Mahomes has nobody. Like, he's naked right now, So I think that's a great call, and not just because I made it in on my show sheet, but because I think that if he can't do it all himself. It's just not on the plate. When you lose your number 1 running back, your number 1 wide receiver, your number 2 wide receiver, that's not good. That's bad. So,
right.
Yeah, and the Saints have a really good D. So, where does Mahomes rank? My things aren't popping up. Well, where does he rank in the QBs? Let me see if I can go to a different.
Mahomes is QB 14 right now.
14. Yeah, that's a fringe QB too anyway. So,
right.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
great.
Yep, and it's a tough matchup, dude. Saints are doing well. Stopping high end QB. So it's a good week to go find Justin Fields and sit Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, for sure. If the matrix doesn't stop here on the fantasy points given up because it's not loading. I love that the internet decides to not work whenever I do the show. It's just kind of like, hey man, we're maxed out here. We don't really want to do anything else. But yeah, I know that the New Orleans Saints are one of the top defenses against quarterbacks too. They did a good job against Jalen Hurts. I mean, they did pretty good against the Falcons as well. Falcons had a defensive touchdown, I believe. But yeah, what are you going to do? You're not going to load, apparently. Okay, well you're out. I'm done with you. It's over for you, friend. So, but yeah, I'm with that. What about RB? Who you mitigating for RB?
Always tough to mitigate an RB. So not that sexy of a pick like Patrick Mahomes for mitigation. But I'm going to mitigate. I'm going to go ahead and say this is not a Braylon Allen week versus the Vikings. His usage has been really encouraging. Still available. You can get him off the wire. It's like 40% now.
Yeah.
But this week, I just think, first of all, this is one of the things the Vikings defense does really well is stop the run. And so I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to eat as much. I just think that this is really going to come down to Breece Hall being Breece Hall, having such a bad week. I think they're going to make sure that he gets his hands on the ball as much as possible. And I don't think they're going to be establishing the run in any type of usual way either. I think it'll be I think it's going to be an Aaron Rodgers show. I think that the way to beat the Vikings is through the air. So Braylon Allen, I think this is a good week to sit him.
Yeah, I like that call. I'm sitting Rachaad White because, I mean, his own team is taking away his touches. So you're trending in the wrong direction if you're getting your touches taken away from you. I don't like that. I like Bucky Irving better anyway. And Rachaad White's yards per carry are just abysmal. They're terrible. And I don't want to have any of him playing. If I have no shares anyway. I don't. But if you drafted him, it's not going well for you at this time because you probably draft him in the 3rd or 4th round, and that's no bueno. But yeah, I'm sitting him against the Falcons. I think they're just a tough matchup. Not something I want to do.
Yep, I'm with you. All right, wide receivers. How about whether Devontae Adams plays or not?
Yes,
How about
yes.
the Raiders wide
100%.
receivers versus the Broncos?
Yep, that's what mine just says Raiders wide receivers versus Broncos. I didn't even name them. I didn't even put their fucking names on there. Yeah, whoever they are, do not play them. So
no. No
Yeah,
thanks.
cosign. Tight end. Let's say it on like 3, 2, 1, and then we can say it together. Okay, you want to do that? Just see if
All
we.
right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
You ready?
okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Kyle Pitts. Okay. You go.
Oh, Kyle Pitts.
Oh
I
yeah,
got a better
fucking
one.
Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts. 0.0. Who did you mitigate?
I said Freiermuth.
Yeah,
I don't like his matchup.
I don't like his matchup either. But just in general, oh my gosh, it's not Arthur Smith either. It's Kyle Pitts.
Can't blame Arthur Smith, dude.
Can't blame Arthur Smith.
dude. Put
No.
your clown face on. All the Kyle Pitts drafts. Put your
Right.
clown face on.
Yeah. I only have one share, but man, that's not great. I don't like it. Yeah, mitigate Kyle Pitts. That's my guy. Freiermuth too. Not a great matchup. Freiermuth's doing better than Kyle Pitts. He got a touchdown last week at least. So there's that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Way rather have Freiermuth than Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. What? Anyway. All right. What about? I got no D this week to mitigate necessarily. But
Texans versus Bills.
yeah,
Bills,
I don't like
should be-
either one of those defenses. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mitigate eviscerate. Who you eviscerating?
Zamir White
Yes.
is leaving Cash Collins' teams, and there's a lot of Zamir White on all my teams. He's going. I already cut him on a 10-man league. I think in a 12-man league, there's just no point. And if Madison gets injured, that sucks. And but it's just odd. I don't understand it. But things change in the NFL. The 3 games last year where he had the rock in his hands, he looked great. But bye. It ain't there this year. He just, average yards per carry is like under 3 or something like that. Like it's absurdly low. And Madison is the guy on that team now. Like he's the one who's performing well when he gets the ball. So, I think you could free up some space on your team if you sadly drafted Zamir White like I did on all my teams. So
I'm not going to hold it too far against you, because we all make mistakes. I think there was the potential there. I think it didn't work out. The way that their line, I don't know. It's a no bueno. It's not good. You know what I mean?
Madison's just outplaying him too. That's the thing. It is what it is. Like I didn't think Alexander Madison was going to be a threat to Zamir White, but I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. You've also been poisoned by Worm Tongue Bo, who he said he's not even an athlete, and he's got no moves and all that stuff. So, eventually that kind of
What, Madison?
Yeah. Yeah. Bo hates that guy.
Yeah, I haven't heard Bo. I haven't heard Bo even talk about him, but I'll tell you what, I don't have a high opinion. I don't have that high opinion of Madison either. I saw him last year. He had his opportunity to shine. He wasn't that great. Like, he stepped in at times when Dalvin Cook was out and
volumed it. He volumed
good.
it. Yeah.
Well, no, he looked good as a premier backup in the league, but as a number one, not so much. And I just didn't think. I thought it would be. I thought he would have a role on the team, but honestly, I had no idea it was going to be the way it was. As soon as week 1 happened, I was just like, oh my gosh, they're not throwing the ball ever to Zamir White. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say bye to Zamir White, and literally, I don't know if I'm going to have the balls to do it, but I should just drop
Mark Andrews. Do it. Just fucking do it.
I should. The team I have Mark Andrews on. I have Likely. I might as well just start Likely. He's better. So.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like it's bad. It's real bad. He dropped the ball too. You know what I mean? Like even when they give him the ball, he drops it. So, I don't know what to do.
They're not even. They're not even giving him the ball. Like it's over. Like the Andrews era, what they used to do with him, is not the 2024 version of Mark Andrews.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Whew. Okay, well, pour some out. All right, let's pour some in to DraftKings, and let's talk a little bit about that, because that's, me likey. I do have to get back to the show. Okay, there you go. Sometimes I can't find the show, and that's okay. I'm okay. You're okay?
You're
I'm
doing
okay.
good. I see everything.
Thank you. I can't see it, but you know what? We're working on it. And, my internet's going a little slow, a little wonky. So, all right, let's talk about what we do is we do the platinum or the diamond, the gold, the silver stacks, right? So the priciest, the better for the QBs when we talk about, the diamond, the platinum, the expensive, the grill making material. And then we get into the gold. It's good. It's got value. It's going to stick around. Last week, my gold was Justin Fields, and I think he was your silver last week, something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, we try to get a silver, kind of like a cheap option there that can reward you, Andy Dalton, stuff like that. So where are you at with your, let's start with your platinum, your diamond platinum, your grill. Who you buying up this week?
I like Stroud Diggs this week at 14.1K. I think it's
it's a revenge game, right? Like, here we go.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity. So I do think that they intentionally try and get. He's already massively involved, and it's a good matchup versus the Bills too. It's going to be a high scoring affair. You have Nico Collins. Hopefully, Tank Dell is back as well.
Right.
So that that there's they can't just D it up on Diggs. But Nico Collins is the alpha on that team, so I like Diggs at 14 with the combination of them at 14.1.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's a
my
good call.
diamond.
That's your diamond. Mine are all kind of cheap, right? So I didn't want to pay up really for anybody in here. Just their weapons. I didn't like some of their matchups, so I did something a little bit different. And so my diamond is Geno Smith here. I'll get rid of. I'm not sure what the pricing is. It's my most expensive one. I put DK Metcalf in against the Giants, who are not very good, and then I put Geno Smith in, and so we're basically at like 13. We're at 12.9, so we're at 13. So that's my most expensive stack there. Geno and DK, they haven't played yet today, so we don't know how they're going to do, but I do think Geno Smith will play well tonight. I think he'll get his against Detroit. He's somebody who I said to elevate last week. So this is my platinum diamond stack. It's not the most expensive one on the board, but I just think it's the one I want to pay up for. Wide receiver wise, I really want DK Metcalf this week. He's like the Nico Collins of last week, I think. So that's my guy at the platinum. What about you at your gold? Where's your gold?
My gold costs more than your platinum. I like Love and Reed. We talked about it. I think the Packers womp them. And
that was my gold. So that must have been I added wrong. So yeah, so that'll be my platinum too. And then this will be my gold because that was my second one. But I guess I just quickly added them wrong. So
Love and Reed are both 6,500, so it's a 13K stack.
So yes, I was a little bit off there. Okay, I wrote down the wrong number on my show sheet. So yes, no, I love that. That is my second play. This is the play we're gonna do, by the way. I just want.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
I love it.
This is fun. Yeah.
We're in agreement.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Okay. This was my favorite play. It was my
too.
guess my platinum. But I thought it was my gold. So yes. What about if you are slumming and bumming it and you got to get down in the lows? I'm going Joe Flacco with Josh Downs because Joe Flacco 5,500 if he plays right, and then Josh Downs. You got to scroll down in history. 5,100, bro. Whew, I will take that. That is 10-6. So that's my low. Low Flacco with Downs. Yeah. Is that your guy? Was that yours too?
No.
Oh.
You beat me by $100.
Oh, the prices.
For cheapness.
I'm
going Jaden Daniels, Noah Brown.
Ooh,
10.7K.
I like that. I played Noah Brown last week against Bo to he played Jaden Daniels. I played Noah Brown to offset him. I didn't know he would, but I beat him finally. And so I kind of mitigated if Jaden Daniels did throw a touchdown to my guy Noah Brown, it would not help Bo. And of course he offset that by getting Marvin Harrison Jr. to my Kyler Murray still beat him, though. So how about that, Bo? How about that?
Noah Brown is now listed as the starting wide receiver on the depth chart. So
Yes.
again, this offense continues to just put points on the board. And I think he's 3,700 or 3,900, something like that. So
Yeah.
very cheap.
Okay, let's just move to Jordan Love and Jaden Reed as our baseline, as our start, sit, pivot, whatever. I did this earlier. I want Derrick Henry. I want the King. What do you think? You okay with the King?
I'm okay with the King.
Okay with the King. Okay, that's a pay up. We're paying up. He's the most expensive player on the board. Jonathan Taylor, high ankle sprain, coming off, questionable, may not even play. We could go Trey Sermon as our second. He's gonna be cheap. Only 5,700. Good matchup against the Jags. We're looking for value here. Okay, all right. Those were some of my thoughts, but I wanted to get your or Swift. Swift is 5,700 right here too. Let's do Swift instead.
Okay.
Yeah. If we want to, we can go and put Sermon in our flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can see what we have left.
Yeah.
I mean, we could put Sermon. How much was Sermon?
57, I think.
Sermon was 57?
I thought he was. Let me look and see. Yeah, 57.
That's so high.
Oh, they priced him up. They think JT's not going to play. That's what they're saying. So,
Jeez,
oh yeah,
so fast.
They don't give a fuck. They be ready. Let's find the Broncos.
Okay, I'll do
I'm
Swift.
yeah,
I like Swift. Yeah.
I mean
Broncos. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, 2,900 only. That's just the only play. Okay, so now we need a tight end. I'm giving you the reins at the tight end. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Cole Kmet?
How much is Kraft?
Well, Cole Kmet, you
How
talked
much is
about.
Kraft? We got the double stack there
3,500. That's not very expensive at all. That's super cheap. That's perfect. Okay. Now we've got 1,700 for 3 wide receivers. So, over around a little bit less than 6K per position. Let's go to the wide receiver. Where do you want to see yourself here? We've got some juicy matchups, but some bad QBs. So, Tyreek Hill, but Tyler Huntley, we haven't seen that matchup yet.
How about DK Metcalf? Like you said,
yeah, with
I'm
DK.
willing to pay up for that.
Yeah, let's put DK in there. I love that. We could do Amari Cooper or Terry McLaurin. Either one of those guys we could do. We've got the space.
How much for Brian Thomas?
59. We could definitely do Brian Thomas. Let's put him in there.
Okay.
Okay, now we're left with 42 with our flex, which is not terrible.
That's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. Let's go down and look and see if we can dredge something up. Cole Kmet's 43. God damn it. Okay. No. What's Noah Brown, by the way?
Probably like 37 or 39. We could do him. He'll fit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go find Brown. We can change later too. I think we did win like $4 last week, or $2 off this, our play.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I owe you $2. So, all right. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
And we're full.
Right, keep it in the pot.
We'll keep it in.
Pay for
We'll keep it in.
our losses.
Well, we do lose some.
Yeah.
All right. I'm entering this into the $3 tournament here, and we've got Jordan Love, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift. Error. What? Something doesn't seem right. Okay. Well, I will contact you. That's kind of weird. We'll figure it out. We'll build the lineup. We know what happened. Okay. I can't. Okay, that's terrible. That's not a good omen. They knew we had the nuts. They tried to stop us immediately. All right, that's a good transition to Rated X as we get controlled here and muted and blocked by DraftKings. We'll have to see what happened there. We'll have to file a complaint with the FCC and make sure we get our money back and all that kind of good stuff. All right, let's start with you on trades to get paid. We mentioned some funny things. Let's see if any of these things come to fruition later in this. I am teasing my tweet myself. Tease. All right, let's see what your tweet has to say. I'm trying to make it bigger for the kids out there who are like me and cannot see. Let's go big money. All right, here we go.
Andrew Cooper, such a great tweet.
Love this guy.
I'm starting to think the Kyle Pitts 1,000-yard season was one of those Mandela effect things.
That is hilarious. And if you don't know the Mandela effect, it's things that never occurred that you think did occur. And
well, they're like group shared memories
that are not real, right?
That are no longer real, but everyone swears they happened.
Right. But they didn't happen. Yeah.
Right. It's a very weird phenomenon, and that's why I love this, because I mean, we all have a collective memory of that, but it it doesn't seem like that could be true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's odd.
Who knows? All right, this is mine. I'm doing my own tweet here, just because, like, after I lost all those players, Rishi Rice particularly, trades to get paid earlier today. I didn't load up, but let's see if we can try and get back to it. It didn't like me. It didn't want to load my tweet up here. Come on, big money. Okay, it says my fantasy.
Waxing, California, University of Pennsylvania.
Hold on, it's like not loading. Okay, this is my fantasy football team heading into week 4. Well, heading into week 5, I might have to do a new tweet with a bunch of the new guys on it. But this is a classic Key and Peele. If you know Key and Peele, and my internet is still just struggle bus city. It's just spinning. It's not enjoying this. So I think you're gonna win 3 tweets if I can't get my internet to work.
You know what sucks is mine's a video too. If I win.
Well, it's just right now, I don't know, my internet is not having it. It's just like, no.
Le Carpetron, Duke Marriott.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Florida.
Now, here we go.
McCringleberry, Penn State University. Le Carpetron, Duke Marriott. Florida.
It doesn't make any sound either.
I can hear it.
Morgan, University of South Florida.
Yeah.
Xmas Jackson, Flaxen, Waxing, California, University of Pennsylvania.
I love that. Very funny. I think you're the winner. That was a lot of hemming and hawing for my tweet that, you couldn't even hear. So let's give this victory to the Ralph Macho, because I like what he said. It is the Mandela effect. What do you got for us, friend? Load us up with your second tweet.
It's a video, so I won't be able to hear it, but here you go.
Okay. I'll
send it your way.
I'll be able to hear it for sure. So, it's
funny.
It is funny. Okay, I'm excited. Internet, don't fail me now. Oh, it just came through. Okay, here we go. New message. Yep. Okay.
No, not like this. Any way but this. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, make sure you start at the beginning, because it really is. This guy crushes it.
Okay. Load it. So we do have some technical issues here on the first. That is not it, as you can see. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say that Rated X is failing. Here we go. Let's get to my guy, Gavin M. Brandon Aubrey, not like this. Dak Prescott laughing about the spread hurts. So here we go. It says there is no way. Shows my guy Aubrey about to. Hopefully it works.
No.
Let's get it big. Here we go. For the people, so they can watch it and enjoy it. Here we go. This is against the Giants. It is 20-15.
No. Not like this. Any way but this. Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed one of the all-time...
I think the Cowboys were favored by like 6.5 or something.
Yes, they were.
Cowboys are -5.5.
-5.5.
Brandon
Aubrey's got a chip shot.
A field goal 50 yards or longer.
He just tanks it to the
He's
right.
Wearing a Vegas earpiece.
It's the only time, I mean, the video doesn't show it too. It's the only time he's ever missed like that in his life.
Yeah.
This doesn't just happen. This is fake.
It's fake.
Staged.
It's fake. It's
You
staged.
can't convince me otherwise. Cowboys -5.5
Yeah.
deserve a refund. Everyone on the field knows it.
It's pretty crazy.
Protests around the country. Oh, just so happens his first miss of 50+ yards in his career was to cover for the Cowboys, who the
So he's wearing
entire
an
public
earpiece.
was on. I'm glad
Yeah.
Dak's laughing about it.
Dak's
because
hilarious.
he
He got the
knows
call.
At this point, they might as well change the letters of NFL to WWE. But hey, I guess that's why Vegas has all the tall...
It's true. It's true. I saw that. That was very interesting. I like all the conspiracy theories too. It really does, bring it all home. The NFL is rigged.
Well, if you're betting on that game, you're definitely gonna think that way.
Oh, you're gonna be.
It was
livid.
so wild.
Yeah.
It was so wild how that ball just hooked for no reason.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't make sense.
They're like,
it just went.
They're like, just pull it. Just pull it. Pull it. Yeah. So, well, this is the show. We'll get some of the issues right, but at least we were here for the whole time. I like that. I don't think we were on Twitter, but we were on YouTube. So please enjoy us on YouTube. We're going to stay here on YouTube. We'll be on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our Fantasy Millionaires channel. We're getting to 200 soon. And please do follow us on Twitter. I am at NimbleWNumbers. This is the Ralph Macho. He kicks Karate Kid's ass. He's the real Ralph Macho, if you want to know the truth. I'm the real Nimble. So please, Collins, I'll give you the kick out for the show, and then we'll be back again next week.
War, pain, heartache, destruction, and chaos to all your opponents in week 5. Peace and love everywhere else.
Excellent. Now I got to figure out how to close this bad boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, is it?
I don't know. I think you stop streaming. Yep, we're going to.